Wait for it.
To recognize gun permits issued in other states. You need a background check in the state of California just to buy ammunition, shotgun shells, for example. Now, one of its cities is pushing back. Needles, California, would like to declare itself a sanctuary from some of the state's gun restrictions. California is proud, of course, of being a sanctuary for illegal aliens, foreign nationals who are in this country, breaking the law and being here. So how do they feel about their own citizens standing up for the Constitution? Well, Jeff Williams is finding out the answer to that. He's the mayor of Needles, California, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Mayor, thanks very much for coming on. So
thank you,
tell us
thanks for having me.
You would like to do in Needles. What does it mean to be a sanctuary city from these gun laws?
Well, what we're attempting to do to start with is get California to recognize other states' concealed weapons permit holders so that they can come in and out of the state, especially our town right on the border of Nevada and Arizona, for commerce, to be able to have them come over and utilize our restaurants and everything else. And the second thing we would like California to do is to fix this Prop 63 that just passed, which you just mentioned about having to register and stay in California to buy ammunition. I have to drive 280 miles round trip to Barstow, 200 miles to Blythe to buy ammunition to go quail hunting or for defense or just to go out and target shoot when I have 12 gun shops within 15 miles of me into Arizona.
Well, that's crazy, obviously.
Yeah.
So you're proposing that residents of your city do the obvious and just exercise their constitutional rights.
Absolutely.
If you do that, what will the state do in response, do you believe?
Well, we have our Assemblyman, Jay Obernolte, is going to write the legislation, and we'll see if we can get it passed. We have other border cities joining us in this effort, so hopefully we can get more assemblymen, senators, and such to help us. But that's what we're looking at doing, and we'll see what happens. It might have to be taken into the courts as usual with California, but we're ready.
Other cities in California haven't waited for permission, however, to ignore federal law, federal immigration law. They've just decided that they're morally right and that everyone else is a racist, and they're just going to do it. Is that a model for you?
Yeah, that's what we think with the Second Amendment. We should be able to do it. However, we're a contract city with San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, which I used to be a deputy with them. So I respect the department. They're good people, and the sheriff's a good friend of mine. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything to mess that situation up. So we're going to try and do it the right way with legislation. And then if we'll have to go through the courts, we'll go through the courts.
So really quick, since you were in law enforcement, I can't resist asking you, any law that punishes people who want to go quail shooting or target shooting or protect their own homes against criminals, how does that make it a safer state, a law like that?
It doesn't. Absolutely doesn't. A lot of California's gun laws don't make it safer. Well, you've seen that all over the country. The gun laws aren't helping. It is a mental health issue, and that's what they need to fix.
Yeah. Thank you for stating the obvious so clearly. Good luck, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Well, the millennials seem young, but they're not the youngest. There's a new generation, even younger, and they're now old enough to vote. Do they know what they're voting for? Do you know the difference between capitalism and socialism? What do they know? We have new polling on the subject. Of course, it's going to wreck your night, but stay tuned for it anyway.